What's up, YouTube? This is G-Man coming at you, picking up with part number 14, I believe. And let's see here. Let me verify that. I did part number 13 of Q&A. Flat Earth, Flat Wrong Response. Dr. Kent Hovind and Dr. Sun Genis. And we're going to continue with the Q&A. So let's get her done. So last time I was in the middle of answering who is they. Okay? They control the military, they control the government, they control all the space agencies. Who is they? Exist Dissolve says there must be millions of them if they are able to control everything. No, not millions. Not millions. How many people does it take to lead a group of men? Just one. Just one. How many people does it take to run a company? At the very top, you got one person who has access to all of the information. And underneath that, you have compartmentalization. You know, he divides his company into several departments, and each department has access to only a certain little bit of information, a certain piece of information, and they all come together to form a big puzzle, and they answer to the person at the top of the pyramid. Every business is like a pyramid. Not a pyramid scheme, but it's set up like a pyramid where you got the boss at the top, and then you've got the CEO at the top, the board of directors, project managers, the managers, and underneath that you got department heads and stuff like that. And then, they all answer, region managers, and they all answer. You got 10 people in the region. They all answer to one guy at the top, So it's like a pyramid with the chief executive officer at the top. And not all of them have to be in on it. You can send off, like NASA does, you can send off a request to have a piece built by a company, and that piece will build, or that company will build that piece of the rocket and send it to NASA, and NASA will use that rocket. They will take that piece and put it on the rocket, but they all are thinking that the rocket is going all the way to space and achieving orbit, and they're doing, they're actually doing science up there and doing stuff up there. But the people at the top who know the real truth knows that the rocket isn't doing anything. It goes up to a certain height, and then it starts to pitch and turn and curve out of the sight of the people on the ground where the rocket was. And the rocket goes so far to their view, and they think, oh, it's in space now. Or they show us the camera, and they watch the rocket from the ground, and it gets to a certain height, and then they cut the camera. I always like what Jeranism said, Jaron Campanella. He says that how do you know when the rocket has reached its maximum height? Whenever they switch the cameras. They're watching the rocket from a camera on the ground, and it gets to a certain height, and then they switch cameras. So that's whenever the rocket has reached its maximum height, and then from then on, it's fake. I don't know why you can't see this, okay, but for instance, I used to be, in my own personal experience, I used to be a security guard, and I never knew what was happening over in the next building. I never knew what was happening in upper levels of management. I always had a manager who was above me. He acted like he was my friend, but I never knew if he was actually my friend. He was, I personally believe that he was just acting nice, because that's, he acted extra nice. Not just nice, but he acted extra nice because he was trying to keep tabs on me. And he was trying to, make sure that he always, had me in a situation or a position where he could get information out of me, if he ever needed it. But he had access to information directly from his boss that I did not have access to. And that's what I'm saying. So, there does not have to be millions of people, controlling everything. Okay? And I'd like to take it back to Satan and the demons. Satan and the demons, they are at the top. Satan is literally in control of this world, and he literally commands demons, and they go out and they do his bidding, and they get humans to do the bidding of Satan. They influence believers and they possess unbelievers at times. Let's see here. Okay, so next quote. Who's going to cross an ocean to verify? Here's what I said in the video. Okay, who's going to cross an ocean to verify how far it is from the tip of Africa to Australia? And exist to dissolve. And this is what I used to think also. Well, lots of people would do this. And lots of people have done this. I used to think that. But the truth is, not lots of people have done this. Okay? That's what the authorities want you to think. They want you to think it's been done before, and it's been done by lots of people, and it's continually being done. However, it's not being done by people who need to know. Okay? They can't book a plane. You can't book a boat and just go straight across from the tip of South America to the tip of Africa, or from Africa to Australia. You just can't do it. Just can't do it. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. These basic facts have been known for hundreds of years. It's not easy to hide. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is easy to hide. Okay? They have a few people who have done it. The military says, the military can say that they do it, but who does it? Okay? Nobody. Nobody's doing it. I explained in the last video. Military has their carriers, and their big boats, and they take these boats out, and they don't exactly cross the ocean, just go straight across nonstop. They go out and they sit in the middle of the ocean for weeks at times. Weeks. And they don't move at all. And nobody ever catches on to the fact that, where they are is, and what they're doing is to hide the fact that they're crossing a much larger ocean than what is, than what they're led to believe. So that's it. I'll continue in the next video. We've got 10 minutes right here. And G-Man